originally we heard about the Straight A grant from a meeting I attended with the governor. He really wanted schools to engage in the idea of flipping buildings upside down and doing something that had never been done before. I came back to the district and said, you know what, I think this is our opportunity to dream and dream big. So we put together a group of parents, students, community members, some industry partners, board members, teachers, and we went out and we looked at what other schools were doing that considered themselves to be innovative. And our team came up with this idea. STEM came to the forefront right away, so science, technology, engineering, and math, and also early college, the opportunity to provide access to our students earlier. We know that students who get at least 25 credits under their belt tend to finish college. We were awarded the money, $12.4 million in December. We had 6 months to encumber the money and about another month or two to actually spend it. So it was a pretty quick time frame. We were the 4th highest award in the first Straight A fund ever. So we were pretty excited about that. And we were able to create this really exceptional learning space for students. And I would make the argument that the exceptional learning place is also for teachers. It's a great area to collaborate and work together.
An early college premise is that you can take kids, accelerate them through high school, and that they will be ready for college coursework. And our students leaving here could have up to an associate's degree. Now they'd have to stay right in their pathway, but they would be able to have close to 2 years of college completed by the time they leave high school in certain areas, which is a phenomenal amount of savings. And it really gets kids ready for the next step, no matter what that is.
This school will expedite getting skilled workers into the workforce because the students will start earning college credits earlier and hopefully attain degrees earlier for those positions where degrees are necessary. We also offer several entry and exit points so that students can leave this building going right into the workforce. We help to better prepare the students for whatever their next step is.
Ohio High Point is our career center, and so they've helped build our pathways and helped us with what those pathways in advanced manufacturing looks. And then the same thing with our other partners like Columbus State. Then the career pathways lead right into the college coursework. And the college coursework supports industry such as Honda to say, well, these are the needs that we have. So I think it was a marriage of all of those partners that really helped develop and grow the school.
Honda's partnership with the Marysville Early College High School has helped in identifying equipment for the career tech manufacturing labs. We've advised on the curriculum, and we've talked about how some of the space is utilized for the students. I think that the partnership is going to help have students understand more about manufacturing and how this pathway leads to a great manufacturing career.
In the next decade, Ohio will retire about half of its manufacturing workforce. Manufacturing is the worst industry from a standpoint of the age of the employee, and it's a huge issue in Ohio. The STEM school, with its advanced manufacturing focus, the first advanced manufacturing STEM school in the state of Ohio, will focus on preparing the workforce of tomorrow, and it's critical that we assist our employers. 50% of our workforce is in manufacturing.
We're preparing kids for college or careers in the STEM fields. Specifically for us, it's an advanced manufacturing pathway, an information technology pathway, and health sciences. And they have a wide range even within those. That in the advanced manufacturing, you might be looking at a multi-craft technician who could go to work with robotics and knows a little welding, knows a little CAD, or you might be a student that wants to go on for an engineering degree. That you are absolutely that kind of thinker and tinker and want that kind of thing. In the IT field, that's the same way for us, that it might be programming, it might be networking, it might be a little help desk work. It depends on where the kids' interests sort of drive the path that they go to. And the same thing then with our health science, that we have options for kids, that a biomed option, that those are the kids who want to be doctors and veterinarians, a sports science where they might want to go into that field, or maybe physical therapy or occupational therapy, those kind of fields. And then allied health for students that want maybe a phlebotomy certification, or want to have their STNA, their state tested nursing assistant certification, so they could enter the workforce at earlier. So it's driven by what kids want to do a little bit in those pathways.
Our partnership has helped. We are a thought partner with the teachers and leaders of the building to help them work on curriculum, develop schedules, look at pathways, kind of early college schedules, different things like that to help the teachers evolve and think through how they want teaching and learning to look for students.
I can tell you that, and I think there's always lots of misconceptions about, well, if it's an early college high school, you only want really brilliant kids. Or if it's a STEM school, you only want tinkerers that want to do this. And I think it's a little of that, but I think the kids that are most successful here take charge of their own learning. And they're curious, they're interested. So I think those are the kids that are most successful. We don't have any entrance. Some STEM schools have entrance requirements. Like, we don't look at grades, we don't look at attendance, we don't look at test scores. That it's really more about, when we really started planning about, well, who's the kid that should come here? The answer was the kid that wants to come here is the kid that should come here. And I think that's well played out with the students that we have this year.
All the technology that we have available to us, and we have a lot of freedom. It's almost like a college campus.
There's computers everywhere.
Let's go!
Freedom. I didn't want to go to the regular high school because I thought it would be just like elementary school, Creekview, and middle school, which was just sitting in a classroom with papers to do. You go into your class, it's 3 classes of an hour and a half long. Each class is typically the first 15 minutes of like a briefing of what you would do during that day in that class, and the rest of it is doing whatever they briefed you on. And if you need the teacher's help, there's 2 per class typically to help you. Otherwise, you just do your work at your pace. They rely on the students to do their work at a certain time. We can go back and do that work if we get behind, but it's definitely not just having to wait for one student to finish a paper while the other 29 are done. You have this time, and then if you're not done at this time, they go on.
We were a little nervous just because the plans were pretty tentative, but we trusted in Kathy. I think she's an excellent educator, so she said it would come together, and we said okay. So it has gone well. It's not been without bumps in the road. They make adjustments a lot as if something's not working, they meet and change it up, and they communicate that to the parents. So it's been exciting to see him learn at a different pace and be so independent and autonomous with his own education. It is much more college-like than a traditional school setting. We did have a parent meeting, taught us how to figure it out. They have mastery learning, and so the number of masteries equates to a letter grade. And so it's been a lot of educating on the parent end. The teachers have been phenomenal in their communication with parents and guiding the students. They just all are the right fit for that non-traditional setting. I think they did a great job of picking the right people to start the place up.
This first year we had 143 students, and we were way heavy on boys. We had way more boys than girls. We have 100 boys and 43 girls. Next year we have about 150 students, but we're at 50-50 as far as gender. So I think that my young ladies this year did a really good job of saying this is a school that is equally suited to girls too. So that changes a little bit of what it looks like. When you look around, it seems still a little empty, a lot of classrooms. So our goal is that each year we'll add another cohort of freshmen until we have a full complement of students. You know, if we stay on track, that's about 600 students.
So much buzz about this STEM school, and I can't say enough to applaud the Marysville School District for doing something outside the box to make a difference in the workforce development aspect. And their efforts have been so amazing to the future of our workforce.
I've been really proud of the way kids have taken ownership of their building and their learning, and I think they will be a good class to lead us. Our founding class will be a great class to lead us. You know, when people ask me, are these exceptional students? I think they mean, are they exceptional scholars? They're exceptional students because they took this risk to come and do something brand new. I think that's what makes them exceptional. They're hard workers, they're curious, they want to learn, and it's been amazing this year to have them in the building.